Hello fellow investors, this is Mr. Manman channel. This channel, of course, I always bring you some update on your popular ETFs like YieldMax, of course. So the first thing we're going to look is the update on YieldMax. So we look at the NVDY, which is Nvidia. You can see right now it pays about 50.77. So this has just outpaced Tesla. Tesla used to be highest paying ETF, but now we can see Nvidia is paying more. That's the first thing I'm going to point it out on the update on the YieldMax. And the second thing we want to look is a new fund that just hit the market today. This is AMDY. So we're going to look into this one and see what does it offer, and is it good for you to invest your money. And those are the things that I always update you on a daily or monthly or weekly basis, depends on whatever they release this fund or any other type of financial that I feel is worthy for your time. So again, if it is your first time, just make sure you subscribe, and if you like my content, just give me a thumb up. AMDY, that's the ticker symbol. YieldMax AMD Option Income Strategy ETF. The YieldMax AMD Option Income Strategy ETF is an active managed fund that seeks to generate monthly income by selling writing call option on AMD stock. AMDY pursues a strategy that aims to harvest the compelling yields while retaining captive participation in the price gain of AMD. As any other of the ETF, that's the strategy they use. We'll look at the distribution rate. Of course, we don't have any distribution rate, but in a bit, I'm going to give you update. I'm going to give you estimate of what that is going to be. And of course, they're going to pay monthly as any other of the ETFs. We'll look at the 30-day SEC yield. Of course, it just came out, so there isn't any information on there. Investment objective is, as usual, fund primary investment objective is to seek current income. The fund's secondary investment objective is to seek exposure to the share price of the common stock of Advanced Micro Device, which is AMD. We look at fund information. Fund name is YieldMax AMD Option Income Strategy. So, and the ticker symbol is AMDY. Again, I can remind you again, when you want to buy this stock, just make sure you put AMD and you put Y, because if you put AMD, you're just going to get AMD stock. And fund inception date was 9, which is September 18, 2023. So inception is always after the market comes out yesterday, but then it started trading today. And then primary exchange, where it's trade hands, it's on New York Stock Exchange. And gross expense ratio is going to be 0.99, same as any other of the YieldMax ETF. Net asset is 20, of course, right now, or share outstanding is 1, because they invest only on one stock, which is AMD. That's the main thing about this fund, and there's more information there, so it's very exciting. We'll look at the holding. Of course, it's same as usual. There's only of course treasury AMD. There's one stock, and net asset and the management right now is pretty much, we don't have any of that because it's brand new. So let's look at the actually AMD. The previous open was 20.05, open is 20.05, and the bid ask spread was 1981 to 32. Look, there's a huge difference there. So it came all the way from 19 to 32. That's crazy. That's like a really a big spread. But days range was 19 to 20, and of course 52 week is 1987 to 2019, because it's just today. And volume was about 28,000. So he has a high volume for the first day. It sat on 28,000, which is pretty good. And we look after market, of course, is going 1%. So let's look at the actually AMD stock itself. AMD Advanced Micro Device, the price right now is 101. And we look at the 52-week range is 100. Look at this, 52-week range was a 54 to 132. A year ago, if you bought AMD, you would have make your money 3x. Volume, look at the volume, is 41 million. Right, we look at the average volume is 61 million. So this volume is a pretty good for this type of stock. For YieldMax would use this volume, of course, pretty good for writing call options, right? So it's pretty good. 1 year target is 138. So today is at 101. So meaning there is a very big room to grow from 101 to 38. That's almost about 40%. Ex dividend date is that one. Of course, it doesn't pay dividend and doesn't even matter, because this is more of a growth stock. Market cap of this AMD stock it is 164 billion right now, so it's a little bit less than, of course, Nvidia. So let's look at how much you think is going to pay. We look at the volume, judging from the volume and judging from other ETF like Nvidia right now pays about 50%. So because they're all in the same sector, they're all AI. Of course, AI is the hardest stocks, or AI stocks, they are the hardest right now. And because of that and judgment of the volume, we can assume that Nvidia is going to pay about AMD is going to pay somewhere between 30 to 50%, because they're in the same sector and they're AI and they're very volatile. That's just my assumption. Right now, we don't actually know for sure how much yield is going to be right here, and we'll find out that soon. But since the fund came out on the of course September, is September 18, so it's going to be November. The first dividend will be in November. So if you buy today, of course, you just may be getting the value on the price, but when it comes to dividend, you're not going to get a dividend next month. You're going to get dividend in November. The yield, just make sure you subscribe on the channel and you follow, and that way you will get the update on the yield or anything changes on this particular ETF or any other of the ETFs. So that's it for today. Till we meet again next video. Bye bye.